What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. My name's GRIZZ. Today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4 and specifically the Black Ops Pass, the backlash that it's been getting, and I happen to think it's a little bit unbalanced. So whichever side of the coin you're on, be sure to drop a like on this video here today. I'm hoping that we can shed some light onto the information. Maybe you can find out more about this, and maybe you viewed it the wrong way. Maybe you're viewing it the right way. Let's find out where the unbalance is really happening. So in the Black Ops Pass, if we look into the details on the PS4 store, the BOP content is not final and is subject to change. It may not include all the downloadable content available for the game. The Black Ops Pass content may not be available in all countries, and pricing and release dates may vary by platform. The Black Ops Pass content should be downloaded from the in-game store only. Do not purchase separately or you will be charged again. That's only if you are in the in-game store, buy the game. You don't want to go, and if you got it digital deluxe, so you have the season pass, don't go into the PS4 store and buy the season pass again, is what that's saying. This is very terrible wording. Black Ops Pass content should be sold separately, may be sold separately. And we found out yesterday that that's the case, that it will be sold separately. So what do you get? What do you get in the Black Ops Pass? You pre-order and get private beta access, which should be coming up this August, if the source by Polygon is correct. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 dynamic theme. If you're a PS4 player, you'll be getting this bad boy, and it looks damn good. I got this on my PS4. Sorry for the Xbox and PC guys. I know PC guys, you can have screensavers, but for the Xbox One guys, I know you can't have a dynamic theme. Hopefully someday that'll be something that they include, but that's not today. The Digital Deluxe Edition does include the following. Now I'm reading the highest edition that you can buy because we want to find out all about that. The Black Ops 4 game, of course, and then the Black Ops Pass. We got to find out what's in it. The 1 Zombies experience available at game launch, and 4 additional Zombies experiences as we move throughout the season pass. You're going to get 8,500 COD points with the highest version that you pay for. However, most people that just get the Black Ops Pass are going to have 2,400 COD points. That is something that we know. The Digital Deluxe Edition is what gives you that. And we get to see that Classified is the 1 Zombies experience that they're talking about, because on launch we're getting 3 Zombies maps, and we're getting an extra map included on top of that, which is Classified. That is the map that is referred to here in the description. But we're going to get 12 multiplayer maps and 4 exclusive Blackout characters. Very interesting. The controversy here now isn't amongst what we're getting. Okay, I've been reading all the benefits of what we're going to be getting, including the private beta access, which is coming up here in a few months. Thing is, there's something called player separation. There's something happening where people don't agree with the method of the season pass still being a thing in 2018. All these other games are allowing their base game to get more content, which means that all of their season pass content that they normally would have and charge players for is free. So they're adding more to the base game. If you buy the $60 game of Battlefield 5, what's going to happen at the end of their 2-year cycle, because they said they're going to support this game for 2 years with updates. So if you buy the $60 game once, the game that you start with is not the game that you're going to be finishing with. In Black Ops 4, we have yet to know if that is subject to change. It may only be what we get on disc is what we get by the end of this rainbow. The only way that'll change is if you buy the Black Ops Pass. And that little disconnect right there is what we're talking about. That's what's making players mad, is that if you have the season pass, you're going to get all this DLC content. You're going to be able to play all these multiplayer maps. Notice I'm saying multiplayer a lot. And then you're going to have a group of people that only bought the base game, where you have only a certain amount of multiplayer maps. What's going to occur here is the matchmaking between those two, they'll never connect. Not really. Not unless you're playing the base maps only, and when that rotation happens, will you play other players that only have the base game. Everybody else will be playing DLC maps in their rotations. So you're going to separate the player base there because of DLC, because everybody that bought the original game is not getting access to that in Black Ops 4. There's somewhat of a paywall disconnect there. Now, that is the part of the conversation that I wanted to bring up, because that's where the problem is. That's where these multiplayer guys that are buying Black Ops 4 just for the multiplayer, I don't know why you do it just for the multiplayer, but for those guys that are, they're seeing the matchmaking effect that's going to occur with the player separation between DLC, whereas all these other games are not going to have that. Everybody's going to be on the same level. Everyone's going to have the same maps in these other games, where the only paywall is buying the $60 game up front. That is a conversation to be had. That is the best version of this argument to be had when it comes to why the Black Ops Pass would be a negative thing. When it comes to the positive side, if you're a Zombies player, $40 is what it's costing in America. At least if you want to upgrade from the digital standard version to the digital deluxe version in America, it costs $40 to do that. That's how much we can assume the Black Ops Pass is going to cost in total, $40 in US dollars. So with that, if we're going to have 4 Zombies experiences throughout this season pass, it's just like before, except they're balancing it out so every Zombies map, in our opinion, is worth $10. And I would easily pay $10 for a Treyarch Zombies map all throughout this season pass. So I'd say keep pumping them out even past this, and I would pay for a 5th and 6th map at $10 a piece. Just let me know. Do you know what I mean? So the Black Ops Pass, in the eyes of Zombies players, our community, is worth it. I got nothing to complain about. But I understand the point of player separation and matchmaking, because let's just say none of my friends are online, and even in Zombies, I want to go search for some players, and there's going to be people that only have the first 4 maps and not any of the DLC maps. So if I ever want to search for players, I know those first maps is where I can search for players, because that's where I know they're going to be. Everybody will have 4 Zombies maps at launch, which means there's a lot of options for players to be playing Zombies. So in the eyes of Zombies, I don't really have much to complain about when it comes to the Black Ops Pass. So it's really just the multiplayer guys. But even sitting where I'm sitting, I'm going to be playing a lot of Blackout. I don't know how much multiplayer I'm going to be playing, but I know that for those people who don't play Zombies and only play multiplayer, there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them out there. But for those people specifically, I get why you would be upset that you're going to be having some of your community separated because of the Season Pass. I understand that. But in the eyes of Zombies owning the Season Pass, I think you need to spread your wings, man. Hop over to the Zombie side for a bit and check out what's going on. There's some big things happening. And I think you're going to find that buying the Black Ops Pass is beneficial in that regard. So for Zombies, it's worth it. I haven't done it yet, and I'm not going to do it until the Black Ops Pass is sold separately, because I'm not going to buy this as a bundle. I've stated it many times. What's going to happen is on DLC 1, DLC 2, the release date at midnight, your downloads will not become available. It's happened in the UK many times, over and over again. I live in the United States, but I have many reports that always come in from the UK saying, where's my download? Why am I not able to download it? It's because they bought the digital deluxe version. Happened with Black Ops 3, happened with Infinite Warfare, and guess what? It's even happened with Call of Duty World War II. So who's to say it's going to change just because this is all that's available right now? I guarantee it's going to happen on one of the DLCs in this Season Pass. Maybe we don't call it DLC 1. Maybe we don't call it DLC 2 this time. Maybe we come up with a different name for it. I don't know. But somebody out there, you poor soul, is going to get screwed, and their download's not going to be there because they bought this digital deluxe version. So listen to these videos that say don't buy the Black Ops Pass until it's a separate download. Then it'll be worth it. But I understand the player separation that's happening in the multiplayer community. So the confusion is somewhat warranted. They should have been more clear as to what's happening. And even so, we're still battling the factor that we don't know PlayStation 4 is going to get DLC 1, when that's going to drop, how long until Xbox gets it? Is it going to happen in events? And is PS4 going to get those events? And is there a 30-day wait for Xbox players to get that? Because that's important information. Why don't we know that information before we buy this Black Ops Pass? Okay, so keep asking yourself that question. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now when it comes to the Black Ops Pass. I'm not going to read too much more into this, but when it comes to the backlash, it's definitely unbalanced right now. I feel like people don't understand what's happening, and I hope that I brought enough to the table here in this conversation, in this video, that it'll get you to subscribe, that it'll get you to understand that I'm trying to pay attention to what's happening, and I want to deliver that information to you guys as accurately as possible. So that's why I'm here, and that's what we know. So we should know more information, especially before Comic-Con, which is coming down next month, the 15th through the 17th. Mark your calendars. Alright? And I'll see you guys very, very shortly for another Zombies After Dark live stream. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Viollent out.